Hello students, once again I welcome you all. In this class you will learn the syllables in English. Students, so far we talked about English phonetics in detail. You have learned various sounds of English, especially 24 consonant sounds and 20 vowel sounds. Similarly, I talked about the classification of English sounds, altogether 44 sounds, and followed by a lecture on the phonemes. So probably all these lectures might have given you a very clear and a comprehensive idea of English phonetics as such. In this class, I am going to talk on the syllables in English. So far a syllable is concerned, it is a unit of speech sound. The syllable is a neutral division of speech which is the next higher than the phoneme. Already I told you when I was talking about the phonemes in English that the phoneme is the smallest unit in English phonetics. And when it comes to the syllable, syllable is the second one. That is the next higher level than the phonemes in English. So you have a word in English which is made up of one or more syllables. Whenever we talk about general English, you have an alphabet of English, that is the letter of English. With the different acceptable combinations, we could form a word. And these words are again combined together in an order acceptable to English grammar to form a sentence. So the smallest unit in English script, in general English script, is a letter. So likewise, when you talk about the smallest unit in English phonology is nothing but the phoneme, whereas second smallest is the syllable. A word may be a monosyllabic word, bisyllabic word, trisyllabic word, or if at all it is having more than 3 syllables, generally it is called a polysyllabic word. So a syllable may consist of one or more speech sounds in the form of various syllables. It is made up of 2 or more elements, and these 2 elements are the vowels and consonants, or in different terms you can say pure vowels, that is monophthongs, diphthongs, and consonants. In general, vowel is the central and important aspect of a word. You can have a word with only vowel, but you cannot have a word only with the consonant. So, without a vowel, you cannot imagine any English word. And here, as I said, vowel is the central and important aspect of a word. It functions as a nucleus. No word can be formed in the absence of a vowel. So vowel is the most important integral aspect of the formation of a word. Actually, there are different structures of syllables as such. A word that begins with a consonant or a consonant sound is generally called releasing consonant, RC. When it comes at the end of a word, means the consonant sound comes at the end of the word, it is called arresting consonant, that is AC. And the vowel that comes in the middle is called a nucleus. So one thing is very important here, that a vowel sound functions as the center of a word or the nucleus of a word, and that is generally found in the middle. In order to understand this particular concept of releasing consonant and arresting consonant and nucleus and all that, let us look at this slide. For your understanding, I have taken up a word, a very simple word, and look at the syllabic structure of this word also. Only 3 letters are there in this word. M-A-T, mat. How do you pronounce it? Mat. M-A-T. So how many sounds are there now? Of course, only 3 sounds. M is a consonant sound. A is a vowel sound. And T is again a consonant sound. So when we talk about the structure of this particular small word, you have CVC structure. The first C stands for releasing consonant. Central, that is V, is vowel, and C is again a consonant, that is a arresting consonant. So here, when you define it, first of all, you should write down the spelling of the word M-A-T. Then you can put the arrows like this, downward, upward, no problem, your wish. That is not a rule as such, but you need to apply an arrow there, either showing downward or upward. So here you have M is a consonant, M is a consonant, A is a vowel, and T is a consonant. So CVC structure is clear. Now, the first C is a releasing consonant. Then again, you need to put an arrow there mentioning R. R stands for releasing consonant. Then below the vowel, you can mention N. N stands for nucleus vowel. And the third, that is C again, that C stands for consonant, and that is coming at the end of the word. So it is called an arresting consonant. So the word mat has only 1 syllable. How did you define it? How did you label it that there is 1 syllable or 2 syllable or 3 syllable? See, one thing you need to remember. If you find 1 vowel sound simply is equal to number of syllables. So here you have a consonant, vowel, consonant. Only 1 vowel is there in the word. So we claim it as there is only 1 syllable in this particular word. So it has 2 marginal elements, M and T. One is the releasing consonant, second is the arresting consonant, and in between these two, we could see A sound, and that A is a vowel, and that is a nucleus vowel. This is the actual structure. So whatever word that you take an example, first of all, you need to pronounce it correctly. Once you pronounce, refer to the Oxford Learners Dictionary or Cambridge Learners Dictionary. Verify the pronunciation in phonetical transcription as provided. read it out carefully, read it out in the sense, pronounce it carefully and correctly, and then try to segregate the structure of the particular word, whether it is having CVC structure or VC structure or VCC structure or VCCC structure. Different structures are there. I'll be able to explain you nearly 20 structures or so for your understanding in this class. So let us look at the next slide now. Here you will find the different structures of words, and these words have either a V structure, means only vowel is there, means it is having only nucleus, there is no consonant. Then you have the acceptable combination of vowel and consonant, consonant and vowel. Sometimes triple consonants are there, or sometimes consonants are coming before the nucleus, sometimes coming after the nucleus. So all these structures, I have just put it on this slide for your understanding. So I will do one thing. I will simply define first whether what kind of structure has been adopted here, and followed by the examples given. So the first one, you have only nucleus here. Nucleus means only vowel. V stands for vowel, C stands for consonant. I, A, O. I, A, O. VC structure. Eat, am, egg, O. VCC structure. Ask, ant, aunt, act, opt. VCCC structure. Asks, ends, ants, aunts. CV structure. B, key, C, saw, dog. CCV structure. Crow, few, fry, flew, draw, clear. CCCV structure. Straw, spree, spray, stray, screw. CVC structure. God, man, girl, bell, boys. CCVC structure. Brown, cliff, stuff. CCCVC structure. Splin, screws, stream. CVCC structure. Bind, land, lens. CVCCC structure. Sends, next, rest. CVCCC structure. Texts, tempts. CCVCC structure. Dressed, trends, dreamt. CCVCC structure. Clasped, spends, stamped. CCCVCC structure. Scripts, strands. So these are the various structures that we find. In all these cases, you will find that only one vowel appears in the word. It means whether it is a short word or a long word, whether it is a short spelling or a long spelling, only one vowel is found. It means it has only one syllable. So this is how we generally look at the syllables in English. In nutshell, the syllable is a unit of speech sound in English. Syllable division is marked by hyphen. A word can be formed only with a vowel or nucleus, and it can be polysyllabic also. So, vowel or nucleus is the central part of a word or the syllabic structure. You cannot imagine the formation of a word in the absence of a vowel. But you can have small short words in the absence of consonant sounds, but not in the absence of vowel sounds. So thank you very much. In the next class, I will deal with some other important aspect of English phonetics. Thank you once again.